What is up, everybody? It's your boy Leo Rydell here from Geekly Goods to try out new Coke, y'all! Coca-Cola released a limited edition pack for Stranger Things Season 3, and it's got this awesome collectible trio in it. Now, there's 3 different types of Coke in here. There's Coca-Cola Zero, so you guys know that one, Coke Zero, Coca-Cola, and New Coke. Now, for those of you who don't know, New Coke was a product that they released back in 1980, I want to say 82 or 84, and it was a new recipe for the Coca-Cola soda. So they actually discontinued their recipe that they had been using for over 50 years and introduced this new one. None of the consumers were gonna enjoy this Coke without having the option to go back to their classic recipe. I don't know why they would even pull it. They could have just sold this new Coke alongside the regular Coke, just like they do with Coke Zero now, but I'm not really sure the intention there. But guys, we got this wonderful box here. It's nice and lush. It's fat for only 3 bottles, like it's a big box. It's got the Stranger Things logo across there. I'll show you guys some shots as well a little bit closer. And it's a nice little delectable box. I almost just feel bad opening the box because it just looks so intricate and nice. Now, I know there's, or at least according to the site, there are glass bottles inside this box. So I'm a little bit curious to see how they packed it up. Okay. It's got some pretty solid packing on the inside, so definitely can see there that they've got the bottles really well protected. I kind of thought there would be some kind of cushion in there, but hey, you know what? They're Coca-Cola, they know what they're doing. Kind of looks like a drink carry-out from McDonald's. Now, guys, whoo, check it out. So here's a top-down view here. Got the 2 cans of 2 bottles, and that's the collectible pack. And I know one of them says Stranger Things on the bottle, I believe. So here's the original regular Coke. Just looks exactly like a mini bottle of the Mexican Cokes that come in those tall glass bottles. Looks good, nice and lush. A little bit of dust on there from the warehouse, I'm sure. Nothing Stranger Things. Oh, here we go. Stranger Things label right there on the back. Looks good. And then you get another one, Coke Zero. Now this looks a lot more Stranger Things. I mean, you got that outlined red text that they usually have on Stranger Things, so it looks just like the logo almost. And then you got it right on the back, just like the Coke here. Same thing, you got a couple Stranger Things collectible bottles. Nice that the bottles aren't just like plain Coke. I thought they would be just the regular Coke bottles. I thought it was just gonna be like the Mexican Cokes, if I'm being honest with you. And now, for the piece de resistance, y'all, New Coke. Oh my goodness, guys. I have been waiting for this for about 3 weeks, and I've been excruciatingly excited to get these. Now, it's crazy because this looks and feels just like a new Coke can. Like a legit classic Coke can. This feels and looks exactly like it, and I know back in the 80s when they first came out, it looked a lot different. So they definitely updated the can to a more modern look and, of course, more modern materials. But the logo does look like the new Coke. It's not nearly as big. The Coke letters aren't nearly as big as they looked on that classic can. But it does look like a completely different product. It's got that new label on there. And this is what they introduced back in 1980. I want to say 82 or 84. I might be off, but back in the 1980s. People were in an outrage that you would replace this recipe that they've been using for so long with this new one. But what Coke actually did is they actually had a market research group to test, I want to say something between 150 and 200 people to test these different Coke products alongside Pepsi. And what they did is a blindfold taste test, and most people actually said they liked the new Coke better than Coke or Pepsi. So, of course, if you're in Coke's marketing department in their product research, you want to use the one that's better than Pepsi. I mean, come on, like, it's obvious. Your direct competitor, this is something, or was something that people blindfolded love more than your original product and Pepsi. You wanted to go with this, but bad idea. I don't know why Coke wouldn't just leave this on the shelf and then have New Coke alongside. Then you could have 2 great winning products. You could have not only the new Coke, but then you could have that classic for those who want to go back to the throwback recipe. Because come on now, like, it's hard to replace Coke. But guys, now that we busted into these, and I love how cutely sized these are. Now that we busted into these, guys, let's try them out. I'm gonna do a taste test between New Coke, Coke Zero, New Coke, Coca-Cola, and Coke Zero, and see if I can figure out which one is which. I mean, let's be real here. They did this back in the 80s for research. I want to see which one, if I can identify which one is which, and also if I could rate them by test. I'm going to rate them by test and see if this is the winning one, because it was back in the 80s, but we'll see if it was. So let's try it out. That one kind of tastes like the original. This one, I think this might be Coke Zero, I think. That first one definitely tasted like the original. This might be the new one. I don't know, I don't drink Coke Zero that often. That one tastes like Coke Zero a little bit just because it doesn't taste extremely sugary. And damn, my soda taste is horrible. So I'm gonna go with this first one here on the right, being the original recipe. This tastes like original Coke. It's sweet. And again, yeah, I'm gonna say this is original. This is Coke Zero, and this is New Coke. I bet I'm way off, y'all. But let's check out and see how I did. So this is Zero. I got that one right. This is Coke Zero. Did get that one right because I was like, this kind of tastes like it doesn't have that much sugar. It kind of tastes a little funny. And Coke Zero always had kind of a weird, funny taste to me. Oh, this is the new recipe. And I actually did like this one the most, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. I tried this one first, and I liked this one a lot better than I liked the regular recipe, which is the classic, the C one. I actually really like the New Coke the best. It's really good. It's got like a very distinct taste to it. What's weird is it kind of tasted like the original recipe to me. I wonder if there's like one ingredient that they didn't put in this new version of the New Coke, but this is really good. This is actually the best one out of all of them. It doesn't feel nearly as syrupy as Coke usually feels. It feels a little more loose, and it feels really sweet, a little more than the original. I heard it was a little more bitter and less sweet, but the classic Coke to me actually tastes more bitter. And trying them all out, I thought the new recipe was the original recipe, so I'm like, yo, people back in the 80s, what was y'all complaining about? I like the New Coke better. I mean, this is really good, guys. I almost might drink the whole can of this one. It's really good. The Zero, never really been a fan. I could tell the Zero right away. I know when I got off of soda, when I was about 11 or 12, that's when they first introduced like a Coke Zero prototype, and I was never a fan. Never been a big fan of this anyway. I even drank Diet Coke, which is worse, over Coke Zero, and I just, nope, not a fan. And then the classic Coke, you know, I've always been a Pepsi over Coke guy, and maybe that's why I like the New Coke a little bit, because it's kind of got this distinct sweetness to it that the original classic Coke just doesn't hit on. But guys, try New Coke, everybody. This is really good. I really recommend this, and honestly, I'm curious to see how the New Coke tastes in a mixed drink, because It won over the original Coke to me, guys. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Are you gonna try new Coke? Have you tried it already? And if you have, let us know. Did you try any kind of taste test? Did you compare it to the original Coca-Cola recipe? And what you thought of new Coke as opposed to regular Coke? Because just like the market research people back in the day, I sat and did a blindfold taste test, and it was the best out of the options I had, guys. So let me know if you guys tried it and what you think about it. And as always, leave a comment, subscribe, and we will see you next time on Geekly Goods. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow Geekly Goods on all social media platforms, and grab something from our store. We take $1 of every purchase and donate it to arts education to keep arts in the classrooms. We'll see you next time.